Hey guys, this is Benny Ricciardi with rotocurve.com, and I'm here with our DraftKings running back picks for Week 16. There are four guys that we're going to be talking about, some familiar names who we've been talking about every week, and one or two new guys who we mixed in there. So let's call up the slideshow, take a look at some of the guys who we're looking at and we think can help you win some tournaments. The four guys on my short list for this week are David Johnson at 5,800, D'Angelo Williams at 6,500, Latavius Murray at 5,000, and Carlos Williams at 4,500. Now, David Johnson is quickly becoming a staple in our top running back plays. He's still seeing 20-plus touches a game. He catches passes out of the backfield, so he adds a couple points to your score that way. He goes up against a Green Bay team that has given up some big games to fantasy running backs. And since becoming a starter 3 weeks ago, David Johnson has 17 or more fantasy points in every game. And he's actually averaging 28 points, especially now after he had that huge 47-point performance in his last game out. Johnson's price is still way too cheap for the production and the volume that he sees. At 5,800, he is probably one of the best steals and one of the best deals on the day over on DraftKings, and is definitely somebody I'm going to have in my tournament and cash game lineups this week. The next guy I want to talk about is D'Angelo Williams at 6,500. He's averaged over 20 fantasy points as a starter this year in all the games that he started. He sees at least 18 touches. He's a great pass catcher out of the backfield. And his Steelers team should be ahead in this game, which means that they should be running the ball late and controlling the clock. There's a high team total, and he should also see the goal line work as well. So there's really no drawbacks to using a guy like Williams. Yes, his price is a little bit elevated from where we were able to get him from last week. But again, if this guy's going to get you 20-plus fantasy points on a weekly basis, he's going to pay off that salary pretty easily. The next guy I want to talk about is Latavius Murray. He has a great matchup against one of the weakest run defenses in the league in San Diego. He sees touches as a runner and as a pass catcher out of the backfield. So he is a true three-down back, which is what we like about him. You know, I was a little surprised to see it, but in the last 4 games, he's still averaging over 20 carries a game. So we're seeing huge volume out of this guy, and it's just a matter of time before he breaks one of those big runs for a touchdown. I think he does have a good chance for a rushing touchdown against the San Diego defense this week. They've eluded him lately, but again, he is somebody who gets a ton of volume and is a huge part of his offense. So I think it's only a matter of time before he breaks out of that no touchdown funk. The last guy I'm going to talk about is a high-risk, high-reward kind of play. Shady McCoy is out, and Carlos Williams is only 4,500. Williams is still a little banged up. He had a very light workload last week, only about 4 or 5 carries. He was limited in practice on Wednesday so far this week. So just keep an eye on it and see how much practice time he does get in. But he will see huge volume if he's the guy who's healthy enough to handle it back there for Buffalo. He is their goal line back. He's already scored a lot of TDs this year. And he's also somebody who can catch the ball out of the backfield as well as carry it. So if you're going to get some catches, you're going to get some goal line work, and you're going to get the predominant amount of the volume out of Carlos Williams if he's healthy. I think at 4,500, he's a steal and definitely somebody that we should be looking at to add to our fantasy rosters. So those are the 4 running backs who I'm looking at right now for this week. Those are the guys that I'm going to be rolling out in my cash and GPP rosters, and hopefully those are the guys that are going to bring me a nice score on this Christmas NFL weekend. Thank you guys for joining us here at rotocurve.com, and as always, stay classy, DFS.